Angry guy here, and women are shocked. Men don't want them anymore. I mean, it, they should have saw it coming. Women are shocked. Women are shocked. Men don't want them anymore. And it's kind of crazy because it's like they seem to think this was came out of left field. It's like we didn't have like 20 horrible years of feminism recently. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this video because it's quite interesting.
The Western woman, the American woman, from a standpoint of marriage and family, this is the worst place in the world to choose a wife. Not only the worst place in the world, it's the worst place in the annals of history to choose a wife. Attention to a woman is like crack cocaine. And so she's seeing these things on the internet, and she's got guys in her DM, and they're giving her a false idea of their value. Male attention is monopoly money. Because when you hit 35 and that attention starts to go away and you start looking for men, the kind of men you want, now you're competing with the younger, hotter, more fertile girl. There's a reason that the creator starts, you start to lose your eggs, in the mid 30s? I have daughters. My youngest daughter just graduated from college. She's 22. My advice to them, find the best man you can at your youngest age and settle down with him.
And if that man is 40 years old, you'd be okay with it?
40?
Yeah.
As long as he can provide for her and she loves her, he's going to treat her right. Absolutely.
Do you see the importance of having a father in your life? Do you see the importance of having a father in your life? See, this is why the product of single mothers are in jails right now, while research has shown that fathers raise children extraordinarily successful. All right? This is a black man. This is a black man whose children are graduating from college. Okay? And he understands how society works. He understands what men are facing. And he understands that it's an absolute joke. I don't know if you noticed this, but in the box right there on the screen, it says passport bros. All right? In the search box right there, it says passport bros. Because every man is walking right now. All the men are walking away right now. All the guys are dipping. All right? All the guys are leaving the country. It's like there's got right, somebody actually someone posted something in my comments saying that there's like a queue of like 500,000 applications right now for passports. 500,000. It's not a game. I told y'all for years. I preached, for those of you that remember me from a long time ago. I preached for years religiously to y'all to go and get your passport. To go and get your passport. All right? I preached. Those of you will remember it. I preached religiously, and I'm still here telling y'all to expedite your passport. Someone said to me in the comments recently, "Oh, Angry, I wish I had expedited my passport now." Bro, it's your life that you're playing with. Are you so foolish? Are you so foolish? And I don't want to insult you, but I got to insult you a little. Are you so foolish that you'd play with your life? All right? You're trying to save $60. It's like $65, if I recall, to expedite a passport. I don't give a fuck if it's 120. All right? But some of y'all are trying to save the money. Save the money and you can't get out of the country? That's an investment. All right? Your passport is an investment in yourself. That is a key that opens a door so you can leave. You don't fuck around with that. You must always have your passport ready. All right? So at any given moment, shit goes down, you get out. That's just how it is. All right? It's just how it is. And y'all have to be aware of it and stop playing games, because this is serious shit. All right? Society is not going to collapse. Groups of people in society are going to collapse, and it's going to be ugly. I've been warning y'all forever. I've been warning y'all for ages. It's like, what are you guys thinking? What are you guys thinking? Y'all think this is a game? It's not a game. This is real fucking life. If you don't have your shit together, I told y'all, if you're not in shape, work the fuck out. Get in shape. All right? You need to be able to run. You need to be able to run. I'm telling y'all right now. Guys, are you looking at the cost of food right now? In the United States, the cost of food is ridiculous. It's insane. They're calling it greedflation. It's not just food. But if you look at the cost of food for some fucking eggs, you spend $10. You spend $10 for some fucking eggs. $10 for some fucking eggs? Once upon a time, they used to use eggs to commit acts of vandalization. They can't do that anymore. They cost too much. All right? Criminals are now thinking to themselves, yeah, bro, I can't. No, bro. We can't afford that. This is too much money, man. Criminals cannot even use eggs anymore to commit acts of vandalization because it costs too much. All right? When even criminals are feeling the pinch, you know it's bad. When even vandals are feeling the pinch, you know it's bad. It's not a joke. And guys, a lot of these young women, they're coming from single mothers, and they have this attitude where I don't need no man. And the funny thing is, a lot of these women, they're now the trad wives. You're going to see the trad wives are rushing to find men now, and men aren't doing it. Men are completely walking away, and women are puzzled to why men don't want to date modern women because they're so wonderful. I'm so educated. I've got my college degree. Love me and worship me and give me your money and exchange once or twice a month. I might give you some, I might give you some butt. Get the fuck out of here. Some butt? Some fucking butt? No, bro. No.
As long as they're an adult, it's okay for an 18-year-old or a 19-year-old to have and have sex and put it all out on the internet. She's old enough to do that. She's old enough to be in a relationship. It's always from tradition. And you go to other countries, the same thing. You find younger women with older men because the older man is more seasoned.
I couldn't agree more with everything this guy's saying. Total facts. But I wanted to touch on what he said about the competition. And I think that this is a reason why older women don't give younger women advice or good advice, because they view them as competition. It makes sense.
This is a question for men. What is it about the modern woman that rubs you the wrong way? And please refrain from giving me an answer that applied to how life was 50,000 years ago. Like today in 2023, what about the modern woman rubs you the wrong way?
I'm not bringing nothing to the table, baby. Sprinkle. If you want a woman to bring something to the table, go to IHOP. Go to the restaurant where you can tip her, baby. Sprinkle. Because if I bring something to the table, you're going to be mad because it's going to be another man who's going to not ask me to bring something to the table. He's going to take care of the bill, them kids, and everybody else.
In other words, these women want everything and they want to offer nothing. And these Sims have these women, they have their heads gassed up. They have them believing that they don't have to do anything. They don't have to give anything because they are the table. Women believe that they are the table, all right? They are the table, and it's the job of the man to come and bring things to them, okay? Because they are the table. They are the foundation, and without them, there is nothing. And what they don't understand is that without the man, there is no surviving. They think that Uncle Sam is going to give them everything they need. It's an absolute joke. The government gives you just enough to survive, but not enough to thrive. And there's not enough government housing going around for everyone. All right? If you want Section 8, if you want to get into public housing, it's called a lottery. All right? You have to do a thing called a lottery. They put you on a list, and you have to come. And when you get a place, it's called winning the lottery, because literally you are winning the lottery to get a place. Because there's so many people waiting, trying to get into public housing, trying to get Section 8. These women think it's a game. And there are so many women, so many homeless women right now suffering, struggling, wishing that they had a man, wishing that they had made different decisions. But ironically, there's also a lot of women who are homeless that are living in a delusion, believing that they still deserve a high value man and that they are not going to compromise. I watched a video of a guy literally check this homeless woman. Like, she's talking about how she deserves a man that has this and this and this, and who's going to do this and this and this for her. And this guy literally checked her and said, "Listen, sweetie, you're living in like a storm drain. You know, are you delusional?" I don't know, guys. By the way, guys, we're going to continue in a moment, but please check out this ad from Christian Filipina. I want you guys to see what you can get when you go overseas and when you and what your options are. So just check that out, and we'll be right back in a moment. Are you looking for a Christian Filipina partner who shares your faith and values? If so, you should check out Christian Filipina, the most trusted dating site for men and women who want to find love and marriage in the Philippines. Christian Filipina has helped thousands of couples meet and start their journey together. You can join for free and browse through thousands of profiles of beautiful and sincere Filipinas who are ready to connect with you. Click the link below in my description and sign up today using my special affiliate code. You won't regret it. I mean, guys, these women have gone too far. They've lost their damn minds. And it's no surprise that men are walking away entirely. But these women are puzzled why men don't want to date them anymore. Come on. Come on. But it's narcissism. It's because you have all these simps in their DMs and their self-worth is inflated. But it doesn't reflect actual society, the actual world. All right? Guys, a lot of these simps, I'm going to be real with y'all. Like, people are like, oh, Sims have money. A lot of these, there's this guy named the Straight Shooter, and he talked about this years ago. That a lot of these Sims, they don't have that kind of money. A lot of women think that these Sims are going to be their come up. A lot, because I told you there's a scale. There are Plan S guys. The first one is Plan S. All right. Plan S or Plan Sex guys. Those are the guys that women just have sex with. Those are the guys that women actually love. Those are the Chaz and the Tyrones. And of course, the categories overlap. Then you've got Plan A guys. Plan A guys are your really high value men. You guys who are worth tens of millions of dollars, hundreds of millions, or even billionaires. These are these are guys who are like 6'7", very wealthy guys. Guys that have very high value men. These are the Plan A guys. These are the guys that women wish they could get with. All right, but realistically, it's not going to happen. So now they're settling for a Plan B guy, and a Plan B guy is the guy that they expect to be like over 6 feet tall, regardless, and have all these insane characteristics, and make even more than $1 million a year, hundreds of thousands, if not $1 million a year, and that's the Plan B guy. They don't, and so you have to understand. What they want is the Plan A guy. The Plan S guy, Plan Sex, those are the guys they love, but those are not marriageable men. Chad and Tyrone are not marriageable men. Plan A guys, those guys are so high value that it's almost impossible for them to snag one of those guys. Plan B guys are extremely high value men, but they view these men as being average. So they're like, oh, this is average. A guy who's 6'3", that's average. A guy who makes $1 million a year, that's average, all right? This is how their brains work. They view these guys as average, all right? They view a guy making $50,000 to $70,000 a year as broke, even if they're only making $36,000 a year. They don't give a damn, because at the end of the day, they say, well, I have vagina, so that makes me a superstar. Vagina automatically gives them the value of a person. It automatically gives them the value of a person worth $1 million. A high value person. Vagina automatically makes them a high value person. That's how they view it. But nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever, and time will eventually run out for them. It's the honest to goodness truth. Their sexual marketplace value is diminishing by with each and every single passing day. And I tell men to apply the Leonardo the DiCaprio rule. Just like they had the Pence rule, I go with the DiCaprio rule. The moment she turns 25, it's time to replace. The moment she turns 25, it's time to replace. It's not a joke. That's an older woman. She has baggage at that point. It's time to replace. It's time to replace her.
Don't we like about modern women? So for me, there's three that come to mind straight off the bat. You guys let me know more in the comment section below. But masculine has to be number one. Can't stand it. Number two, lack of family values. And number three, modern women, they're there for the streets. Modern women have turned themselves into the worst version of a man. The very men that modern women or women in the past despised. The guys that couldn't keep their legs closed, the guys that were overly aggressive. This is what modern women are today.
Qualities that I look for in men as a dating coach. Number one, he's saying and doing the same thing. For me, if a guy is telling me that he's going to text me or call me at a certain time and he doesn't do that, I'm going to think that you have absolutely no regard for my time. I recently had a guy say that he was going to call me last night, did not call me, so he's canceled. He just texted me at 2 p.m. the next day saying, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I got home later than anticipated. I don't give a fuck. It's a simple text like, hey, sorry, I'm not.
Hold up. How are you a dating coach, but you're single?
Guys, that's how all of them are. Guys, all these dating coaches are single. All these dating coaches are single. Deanna Lorraine, single. All right? All these guys, all these that's just one name I actually had her on a podcast years ago. But all of these dating coaches are single. There's one dating coach that I'm friends with, and she's married. But aside from her, they're all single. They're like all single. Like all you go to YouTube, and the thing is, she's like from back in the day. Like she started doing this like a long time ago, or like 10 or more years ago. Like it's been a long time. Like she's a dating coach from like back when like pickup was like still a thing. But like these modern day dating coaches, like they're all single. None of them have a man. None of them have a man. None of them can keep a man. It's like literally crazy. It's literally crazy. And they wonder why men are walking away and staying away.
On a limb and say the majority of men were once simps. The majority of men were once the nice guy.
It's true. It's absolutely true. I think the majority of men were once simps because the only thing that we had to teach us how to be men was television. And like this crap about buying women flowers, and we didn't know anything. Our fathers didn't tell us how to deal with women. Our fathers didn't tell us anything. That's if we even had fathers in our lives. And the thing is, like, fathers talk to their daughters and they tell their daughters about women, about men. They're like, listen, this is how men are. This is how men think. Guys just want to fuck you. You got to be careful. But mothers don't tell their sons about women. And the reason why mothers don't tell their sons about women is because one, they don't want their sons to realize, wait a minute, if you're, if a lot of women are 304s and they use all these bad techniques to try to get men and manipulate men, then did you do that to dad? Because basically women would essentially reveal exactly how they are. For example, a father will tell his daughter, these guys just want to fuck you. So the daughter will say, so does that mean that you just wanted to fuck mom? And dad's like, yes, it is. I wanted to fuck the shit out of your mom. And I did. All right. And you have to be careful. But women don't want to do that. They don't want to reveal that they're not perfect. They want everyone to think that they are perfect. They want everyone to think that they're clean, that they're something that they're really not. Okay? They don't want anyone to think that they're promiscuous. If they told their sons about female nature and the way women really are, the way women really think, it would shut shit down. What women are really doing, what mothers do, is that they are raising slave-minded men and then transferring these men to other women to then continue the same tradition, raising men who don't know anything, because that's how society functions. Women are predispositioned to keep men ignorant. Women don't want men to know what female nature is. This is the reason why they're very fast to scream the word misogyny. Okay? The very moment a man has an opinion or even disagrees with a woman, if a man disagrees with a woman, he's a misogynist. If a man tries to build himself up and he's not carrying a woman on his back, he's a misogynist. Anything, and if a woman just doesn't like a man, he's a misogynist. It's a way of silencing men, shaming men, and stopping any dialogue whatsoever, and refocusing attention away from a woman and putting it on the man. This is why we live in a society where, I've said this before, we live in a society where men get special punishments and women get special privileges. Okay? The modern day woman is a powerful victim. Every woman is a victim, but she's a powerful victim. All right? Because it's through victimization that she gets her power. She will always be a victim, so she can never take accountability for anything. But she's extremely powerful because she can use that victimization as a means of extracting wealth and resources from others, and using that to gain influence for herself and protection for herself. And because she's a victim, she can never be called out. And if you try to call her out, that makes you a misogynist. If you even disagree with a woman, you'll be called a misogynist. A misogynist is a person who does not like women. They don't like women. All right? And we know that a person who dislikes women strongly, has a strong dislike of women, is a person who might try to unalive a woman. So they use that as a means of shutting up men by calling them this, because now they're saying this person is dangerous. What they're really trying to do is make this person appear in society as a danger to women, and as a result, people will shun them. You see, most men want a woman, but men don't want to most men don't want to compete with a woman. And most men don't like what's going on. They don't like the crap that's happening in society. But they've never had a way of dealing with it until now, which is to just get up and leave. And that's the most effective way of dealing with the crap that's happening to modern men in society. It's crazy. It's crazy that women are puzzled. They're puzzled to why men don't want them anymore. But at the end of the day, no men don't want to be in a relationship with another man. And women bring nothing to the table. In fact, they attack men for suggesting that they should bring something to the table. They consider cooking and cleaning two very important skills to be slave work, which means that they consider women in other countries who regularly cook and clean for themselves and their families to be slaves. That's exactly what they're saying. Women modern day women, they have not forgotten how to provide value to others. They never learned. Men are conditioned to provide value. That's all we do, is try to find ways to provide value to women so that women will allow us to will give us some butt. We are conditioned to provide value. Modern day women, they were never taught to provide value. Providing value is not something that modern day women know how to do. They don't know how to provide value. They don't know how to provide affection. They are not natural nurturers. Those are traits that they do not have. Because they were told to be strong and independent. They were told that they don't need men. A woman needs a man like a fish needs a bicycle. That's what they said. All right? And now they're realizing that a woman without a man is like a fish out of water. Eventually, it's going to run out of air. And when it runs out of air, there's not going to be anyone to help it. Masculinity is like oxygen for a woman. They cannot live without it, but they don't realize it because they're trying to produce it on their own. And they overlook the fact that everything that exists in society right now exists because some man put it there. The roads that they drive, the roads that they walk on, the streets that they walk on, the roads that they drive on are only there because men built them and continue to maintain them. The lights that are on around us are only on because men built them and keep them working, keep them going. Aviation only functions because of men right now. Okay? When it comes to the field of medicine, women now make up the majority of doctors in medicine. All right? And so, I mean, women have completely taken over the medical field, and the only reason that's happened is because they've forcibly pushed men out of the field. And a lot of men have just given up. Women offer nothing except some butt, and they believe that they deserve everything. And they will literally say that if a man expects something from them, they will just go and get another man that doesn't expect anything from them. And that man will take care of them. He'll take care of the house, the kids, everything. All right? Because a real man does not expect anything from a woman. Then why are you in a relationship with her? Because you're lucky to be graced with her presence. That's what women believe. They believe that they are better than men. All right? Women, and something, Dennis, I think his name is Dennis Prager. He said that this started like in the 60s or the 70s, where there was this thing with feminists that they literally believed they had started this whole ideology that women are better than men. And women believe today, modern women believe, they truly believe in their hearts that women are better than men. They absolutely do. They absolutely do. And it is sickening. It is absolutely sickening. But that is where we're at right now. That's where we're at with the modern day woman. I'm telling you guys, nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever. But you have to understand that the future is not female. The future is FEMA. The future is not female. The future is FEMA. A lot of women in FEMA camps. All right? Because there's not going to be anywhere else. There's going to be a lot of women in FEMA camps. There's not going to be anywhere else for them to go. When they go in, they're not going to come out. I've said this before. It's going to smell horrible in there. The conditions are going to be terrible in there. Tyrone is going to be the king of Tent City because they're going to be living in tents. All right? And they're going to be saying, oh, I want a man. I need a man. There's not going to be any men. And they're going to blame men. They're going to blame men. Oh my gosh, guys, when women lose their jobs as a result of artificial intelligence, all right? and changing society, and men leaving. Oh my gosh, you're going to hear them blame men, because women are not conditioned to take accountability. They're conditioned to take resources and to blame others. You know what's interesting? To call women children would be wrong, because as adults, we try to enforce accountability into children. We try to tell children, if you do something wrong, all right, you need to learn how to be. There are consequences. But women grow up learning that there are no consequences, because they're bailed out of every bad decision that they make. If they get pregnant, listen to me. If they if they if they don't if they get pregnant, they can they can unalive the baby. All right, they can give it up for adoption, or they can go and get, or if they do keep it and they can't afford to take care of it, they can get public assistance and use the money, the subsidiaries for men. So basically, live off the tax revenue generated by men to take care of that kid, and also have the child of the father he has to hand over a portion of his income as well. So the government's going to provide for her, and a man is, and then also the father is forced to provide, even if he did not want the kid. And here's the thing: women have the ability to opt out of motherhood. Again, they can unalive the child. All right, they can give it up for adoption. Okay, they don't have to be parents. Men cannot opt out. Men cannot opt out of fatherhood, and yet, the man does not have the same rights as the woman when it comes to the child. For a person who cannot opt out of parenthood, the man is not given the same access to the child. The woman by default has access to the child. By default, she's the primary parent of the child. No matter how much women suffer, they will continue to believe that they deserve better. Chris Rock once said this: women cannot go backwards. They can't do it. They won't do it. And it's not happening. Because in their minds, they have to always continue they have to always continue building and getting bigger and better. This is the reason why I've talked about, there are different grades of men: plan A, plan B, plan C. There's also plan S. All right. And a lot of these simps out here, they can't provide for these women. They don't have that kind of money. They don't have that kind of money. Just being honest with y'all. A lot of these simps, they don't have that they can't provide for these women. They cannot provide for these women, because these women they can't provide. There are Plan S guys, that's Plan Sex guys. They're Plan A guys. Those are the multi-millionaires, guys worth tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars, or billionaires. They're like 6, 7, basically your NBA players. Then there's the Plan B guys. These are the guys that women consider to be the average guy. Like guys who are worth like $1 million, or make $1 million a year, or make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. Those are the average guys, and are at least 6 feet tall. That's what women consider average. Then there's the Plan C guys, Plan Come Up. Those are your guys that are like 5'9", 5'10". Those guys, they make like $70,000 to $100,000 a year, because there's a lot of women who won't even go with a guy that makes $100,000 a year. They want more than that. All right. Those are guys they're decent looking guys, but they're like 5'9", 5'10". They have their lives together, and these women are basically going to use these men as come ups so they can transition to a Plan B guy. All right, while they're sleeping around with the Plan S guy, and believing that they deserve a Plan A guy. Then they have the Plan D guys, which are Plan Desperate. These are the guys that make 50,000 or less. So these guys make like 50,000 or less than $50,000 a year, but they can put. But if a woman is in a dire situation, this is a guy who can put a roof over her head, put food on the table, put clothing on her back, and basically she has no interest in him whatsoever. She's just using him until she can transition to a C or a B. All right. What y'all have to remember is that a lot of these guys, there's also another category, which is F. All right, F. And in Plan F, these guys are failures. Or these guys are failures. They cannot take care of a woman. All right? These guys are just trying to survive on a daily basis. These are the simps that can't help a woman. There's a lot of simps out there that can't do anything for a woman. I'm just being real with y'all. There are a lot of simps that in America right now, where the cost of living is so high, you've got to be kidding me. There are a lot of simps out there who cannot do anything for a woman. Just like the straight shooter said years ago, they cannot be a come up. All right? They're not even Plan D guys. These are guys that have nothing. These guys they're simps, but they can't do anything. And there's a lot of these men out there who are simping. They can't do shit for a woman. They can't do anything for a woman. They can't even help themselves. It's true. It's 100% true. And modern day women don't comprehend this. They don't seem to comprehend this whatsoever, but they are going to learn. By the way, guys, again, I'm going to be showing you our ad from Christian Filipina. I want you to learn more about it so that you can check it out. Are you looking for a Christian Filipina partner who shares your faith and values? If so, you should check out Christian Filipina, the most trusted dating site for men and women who want to find love and marriage in the Philippines. Christian Filipina has helped thousands of couples meet and start their journey together. You can join for free and browse through thousands of profiles of beautiful and sincere Filipinas who are ready to connect with you. Click the link below in my description and sign up today using my special affiliate code. You won't regret it. Guys, men are walking away. They're going overseas. They're starting new lives with Filipino wives. And while the modern woman is puzzled why men don't want them anymore. Women are shocked men don't want them anymore. What's there to be shocked about? Men don't want to date people who are not agreeable. People who make their lives hard when all they should be doing is making their dicks hard. Guys, I'll link you to the full video description. What do you think about this? What do you think about the fact that these women are puzzled that men don't like modern women? Let me know what you think in the comments, and check out my link and check out Christian Filipina. You can find a link in the description if you want to start looking for if you want to start your new adventure with a Filipino wife and a new life in the Philippines. And like I said, I do make a commission whenever you use that link, so it helps the channel. Anyway, like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. If you like the video, share the video, and just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away, and cheers.